Right, we're back in the test lab with two of the biggest detectors out at the moment. We've got the Legend that comes in about £600. We've got the Manticore that comes in around 1800. We've both got 11-inch double D coils on, so that makes it a fair test. Now, this sand has come from Scotland, and off my Scottish pals, I believe that it's not the worst sand, but it is hard. If you check this video out here, this is me with a Manticore testing a gold coin out and doing a hunt on that beach. And if you look at this one, this is with the Legend on the same beach. Now what we're going to do, we're going to obviously use beach mode. We're going to bury this tiny quarter gold sovereign, 22 karat gold, 12.5 mil across, 2 grams of. Now this is 7-inch. I'm going to bury it right at the bottom. Now there is iron under here as well in the ground, so I'm going to mess around with the gain and maybe not have it too high, just so it'll pick up, it'll go that deep and not go further. Now I'd use both in a field, no problem. I do favour the Manticore. It does cost a lot more money, but to me the build quality over the Legend is a lot better. The weight is a bit more well balanced, I'd say. The major thing, it's not the screen. It's not the screen for me. I'm not a screen hunter. I don't go off the screen. I find it very misleading. For me, it's the customizability of the iron filter. As on the Legend, it is one of the most customizable out of the Minelab, and the Deus has silencer. That's it. The Legend has 9 increments, and then it has a stability of 5. So that's quite customizable. So I'd pick that over the DS2 and Nokta 800, which just has your FE up in stages. Now the Manticore is a totally different customizability of iron discrimination. It is so advanced. It doesn't go in numbers and notches. You've got a screen and you can manipulate number and this, and the iron scale goes from 0 to 99, so does the non-ferrous goes from 0 to 99, so it's very elite customizable machine if you're working in iron. And until XP get a stability function, the DS2, it is fast, but they do need some kind of stability, so you don't have to go up a silencer 1 to silencer 2 to silencer 3. You could go to 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, something like that. Then I'll be getting a DS2. So it's going to be the same for both. It's going to be the same for both detectors. We will be using beach wet, beach modes, beach sensitive, beach low conductors, high conductors. We'll go right through them, and if we don't hit with them, we've always got gold field or gold mode, single tone, which will handle this ground really well. Depth on the Manticore is like pitch. So we're going with depth on the Manticore, and we're going for pitch with the Legend. We'll be messing with settings as we go through. Right, okay, let's get to it. 28, 26, 24, 26. So very similar in the 20s. So I'll just show you with both detectors. There's hot rocks in there as well. Let's just turn that brightness down, it's coming up a bit too bright on the screen. Now let's see how that ground balances. The Manticore, we might try tracking, to be honest. Beach General, we'll just go with Beach General. I'm going to change these settings. I just want to, where's the theme, depth, audio, 22, we'll put that back to 20. Let's just do, the only EMI I've got really is the light above my head. Try ground balance. Zero also. So I bet a lot of you are thinking, oh well, it's iron underneath. It's exactly the same for both. It's exactly the same. So whatever arrangement that is, I'm not going to move it. I will be moving the sand now, but the sand is always changing on a beach. It's not like land. Pasture, arable and ploughed is always changing. And yeah, I'm using cutters to dig. So I've got to hand. So 7 inches I've measured it. I want to be able to see the bottom. And we'll bury this flat right in the centre. I did bring 4 bags back with me. I later got told that it's still wet at the bottom of that. It's still got some moisture. Afterwards I got told that you can actually get done for taking sand from a beach. But the thing is about this now is that I don't have to, I'm going to save loads of money on going to Scotland, because I just need to go to my shed at the bottom of the garden.
What are you on about?
That's right in the bottom. Get that pressed down, spread out a bit. Right in the centre. So we're going to go with the Manticore first. Ground balance is come up at 39 on the tracking. Let's turn the tracking off. It's gone down to 0. Current speed 5. Depth audio. No threshold. Simple profile for depth. Discrimination pattern on. Maybe you dig that. I'm raising the coil up a bit. Let's try just taking out them bottom up to 20, come up to 23 or 20 odd on the Manticore. So we will discriminate that bottom end out. Now it's not a positive hit that for me. Keep it at 4. Now beach general. Now this is the thing, this sand is something else. It is something else. I know people will be like, oh, well I've hit such a thing at like 10 inches, 11 inches on the beach. Not on this Scottish beach, you haven't. Don't forget there is iron in the ground underneath as well. I'll let you make your own mind up. So what we'll do, because it seems to be hitting auto tracking, turn auto tracking on. Beach wet, all metal. IF right down. Recovery 5. pitch, iron 3, volumes, pitches, tone break 8, 9, beach wet. I want to just increase my IF there. Audio gain we'll keep it 3. No, we won't, because we had quite high on the Manticore. That sounds like a one-way hit, but there's nothing on the ID. You hear that clipping? That's the IF working. So let's go to the... we've got it really low. Is that clipping it out or clipping it in? 3, 1. Turn the ferrous off. We've got on track and ground balance, the same for both. Pitch. Let's drop that down a bit to 3. There you go. Coming up at 23, one-way hit. What I'm going to have to do, I already know the result, but I'm going to have to make this Manticore hit it in the general beach program, or I'll look like a fanboy. Beach, what are we calling it? Beach low conductors. So low conductor. Beach deep we'll go for, which will probably be for high conductors, low frequencies. We'll go between them two. We'll go between them two. Noise cancel should come up at 0. No, and then frequencies it wants to be at 9. Ground balance we'll put tracking on, as we did with Legend. Recovery speed we got it pretty low on the Legend. Discrim, we'll leave that for now. Depth audio, we have got a ferrous up to 20. Sorry, just ferrous and non-ferrous up to 20. So come on, for my life, this has got to hit it. Trying. It's come at 20 odds. You see that dot there, just above where I've discriminated out up to 20. It is actually a one-way signal, that, but we've got no ID. There we have it. There you are. I've given it a bit of more depth, and it's doing a bit better at dragging it down onto that ferrous line and giving you a tone. Let's try recovery back again. even better. You see how it's coming up on the ferrous line. Still no ID. Let's give it a bit of power. Just up one. It's on the line. One way target. No ID. Now why is there no ID? I don't go off it, it's just we've got an ID on. Maybe. No, because we can turn that off. That is it. That is actually it. This puts you off. This puts you off this, because you wouldn't dig that because of that red line. So if you got rid of that, you go, oh, 43, one way, I'll have a go at that. Maybe that was a 43 then, but that's a lot higher, so maybe that wasn't the target. One way target, one way hit. Go on then, go on then. We'll put the up to instability readings. We'll do noise cancel as we have increased the power, and that shows -2. There you go. There it is. I've just screamed out to 20. It's coming up at 20, low 20s, which was the real ID. But you've got no numbers, so yeah. One way hit. So now we're sweetening them settings up to a one way hit. All conductors for a speed 3. First value. It's theme, it's under theme. Right, there's no. Right, I was just going to check out if there was a stabiliser there to stabilise the ground a bit, you know, because there's a lot of iron in it. Am I missing something? Surely that there is not a stabiliser for the iron. It should be in ferrous. Let's just, one second. Am I going mad? Let's go into general. Stabiliser. There's no stabiliser on the beach. Stabilise. That could probably improve the Minelab on the beach if there was a stabiliser. Now to some of you that don't use the Manticore or do use the Manticore, you could learn a bit off this. Well, you probably wouldn't understand it unless you've been to Scotland and searched the beaches there, or you've been on highly mineralised ground, Roman sites, stuff like that, which would be quite similar. Mineralisation has a massive effect on depth on a detector. This is why these PI machines, you see the size of the batteries on the PI machines and the workings, and it works totally different, and it's single tone and it runs on a threshold and stuff like that. They are the machines that will absolutely annihilate all these machines. The XPDs too, on the beach. That's just the way it is because of the mineralisation. Some beaches you don't get mineralisation as much as others. These beaches you're on the bedrock. You're on the bedrock. Years and years of iron and breaking down of creatures, sea life. This absolutely stinks still after weeks and weeks and weeks being here. As I dig down, it's all the crustaceans. The ground there was like a grey green, clay. It was actually clay, green clay, and you're not finding out. You're not finding out in some of the places. As you can see there, that was 7 inches. Would you necessarily dig it anyway? You know, you had to go on Goldfield, single tone. Beaches weren't using it. Now I have shown you a little part of it because I just want to get a video out, but I've been on this project for a few days, a couple of hours a day, so I already know. So I've just done a test because I've got both detectors and I like them both. It's quite similar. You're not digging it with either, are you? You're not digging it with either, really, unless you're not getting many signals and there's a one-way signal there, you know. To be honest, if you did go off ID, you'd probably dig it, maybe. You've got a bit more of a, if you go off visual, you've got a bit more of a visual ID on the target. With the Legend, you have on the 2D screen, you can see how it was, the more brought the recovery and put the gain up to give that much more depth. Not depth really, on mineralized ground, it's just penetration. It's just penetrating that mineralized ground. It won't go much deeper than 7 inches, to be honest. It's that mineralized, and it does show you how mineralized this ground is and how mineralization has a massive effect on depth penetration of a machine. So thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up, hit the notification button and all that palaver. See you on the next one.